Oh, hi, my sweet, beautiful babies. I didn't see you there. I'm just catching up on the latest copy of the Burn book issued by the Mean Girls. No, I'm just kidding. I just went with my shirt. I thought it was funny. Anywho's, so I don't know if y'all know or heard of Hayden Panettiere, but she is someone who was big in the early 2000s when it came to acting roles, and she honestly gave us this iconic crumping scene.
You're a rich white girl stuck here in Crenshaw Heights. Please, you should be the angriest person in the world.
And it goes down in history, let me tell you, and she is one of the most recognizable, at least to me anyways, like faces of the Bring It On franchise, other than Solange, you know what I mean? And I guess the one girl that started that movie with her, but I don't know, when I think of like the Bring It On franchise, I think of Hayden Panettiere and I think of Solange. I don't know. Comment down below who you think of, because that's who pops in my head. But anyways, beside the rambling, but somewhere along the line, things kind of got a little weird. I don't know if you guys have recently seen her most recent interview within the past couple of days, and it's causing a lot of concern for her health and well-being, and I caught about like 10 seconds of it because I want to watch it with you guys, and the 10 seconds was all I need to kind of be like, okay, what's going on here? And like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other topics in the thing, but I don't know, it was just the way she was just kind of like slurring her words and everything, where I was like, whoa, this is, yeah. So upon doing that, it becomes a whole rabbit hole within itself.
Losing my little brother, there's nothing like, I mean, he was my only sibling and he was my younger sibling, and it was my job to protect him. And when I lost him, I felt like I lost half of my soul. I remember.
Aww. What the hell? Ugh. You guys, hold on, let me make sure the fucking quality is okay.
I remember saying to somebody, and it hadn't even been a year, and I was like, don't ever expect me to get over the loss of him, because no matter how many years go by.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, how could you? That's your brother, and if that's like, if you're his older sister, like, yeah, like, are you kidding me? That's heartbreaking. Poor girl.
He will always be beside me, and it will always be,
honestly,
I will always be heartbroken about it. I will never be able to get over it. Time does heal.
And you can just see, like, whatever she went through, like, I don't know, like, on top of, like, history with, like, you know, I think she had, like, past addictions with alcohol and pills and stuff, and then on top of losing your brother, oh my God, it probably just, you know what I mean?
Things. But time can also make you think differently and ask different questions and wonder different things and realize different things that you
she just looks so sad,
wish,
you know what I mean?
You'd never.
I mean, of course she
realize.
is, but
even recently, like when I see people make a big deal out of little things, and you know, God bless them for wanting it perfect, but when something that massive has happened to you, you really learn to pick your fights and just not let the little things upset you, because once something so horrific, so deep, so, I mean, catastrophic happens in your life, there's not much that can really rock you. When my little brother passed away, my body did something I've never really seen it do before, which was within days, I basically just like ballooned. ballooned out.
Like swelled up.
And I know like stress and cortisol like running through your body, you know, can do that. I tried everything healthy, you know. Didn't matter what I ate, it didn't matter what I did. My body just was like, it was like protecting itself, like shielding itself from the world. Got to see these horrific paparazzi pictures of me coming out of his funeral, which happened in a very private.
It's like they still didn't learn from the whole Britney situation. How are you gonna take photos of someone at their funeral of their little brother? Like, let them have peace. And you wonder why the Dolan twins went MIA, because weren't the fans trying to like take it upon themselves to make it a meet and greet? And I remember like seeing screenshots going around being like, if you're there, please cry, but don't be disrespectful. Leave them be. Their father passed away. Her little brother passed. Like, back the freak off. Let them have a human moment of grief. Like, I don't understand these people. Like, I understand this is like what they signed up for. They're human, but I mean, they're celebrities. But it's a funeral. Out the window, y'all. Out the window.
Place where we grew up, so it was shocking, and I didn't even recognize myself. And it was bringing out the agoraphobia in me as well, which isn't something I've always.
And if anybody doesn't know what that means like they're afraid to go outside. They're afraid to just interact with like the general public and stuff like that. And I don't blame her. You know what I mean? Like, are you serious? Of course.
Struggled with. I lived in sweatpants and t-shirts and things that swallowed me up and were not flattering on me. It took me so long to pick out an outfit that I felt comfortable enough in to just leave the house, go meet up with my friends. And so it became like that really bad, destructive hamster wheel of like, do I feel good enough to go out? I don't feel confident enough to, but if I don't go out and if I don't keep moving, then I'm never gonna move away from looking like this. I became desperate because I wanted.
And she's probably, I don't know if she's on medication now or something, but she just seems like she's a little like, I think I was like reading in like Reddit, of course Reddit, in like Reddit threads or forums or something, and they were just like, yeah, that's how I feel after I come down off of a certain medication. Maybe she's on that. I don't know. I'm not trying to speculate what somebody's on, but yeah, you know what I mean? It is giving some things a little askew.
I wanted to keep working, but I didn't want to go and be miserable on set, and I didn't want to go to fittings and look at myself in the mirror and hate everything that I saw on myself. My publicist and close friend, Casey Kitchen, I was venting to her, and she put me in touch with my personal trainer, Marnie, and Marnie is just this incredible human being. I've always hated working out. Her approach towards not just the exercise part, which is mind-boggling, but it's also the way that she goes about it. It's not a boot camp. It's not somebody yelling at you. It's not you leaving.
Damn, who was she working out with before that was treating it like it was a boot camp? Like, ugh. No thanks. Imagine just waking up at 7 a.m. Someone's like, are you ready to do Bison Raw? Like, no, Jerry, you're screaming in my face. Back up.
Feeling disappointed in yourself. She knew when it was just the right time to to push me a little harder by saying, like, you can do this, you're doing this for you. I promise you, like, it will never hurt as bad as it hurts right now, this time. Like, do it for you, girl. She became, a friend. She became a life coach. It's not easy for someone in my position to trust people, especially people I haven't known for a very long time, but she earned my trust, and I told her I would confide in her and confess everything, and she knew how to make you feel just empowered.
Okay, I mean, for sure, but at the same time, like, if I'm there just to get a workout, I'm just there to get a workout. Like, I'm not there to talk about stuff right now. But hey, to each their own. Everybody's doing their own thing, so I get it. But, last thing I'm trying to do is just, like, be sweating my balls off, and then someone's just like, so how are you feeling? Like, no, but shit, like, like, it's not your fault. No, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You know what I mean? Like, nothing like that. I don't know. I'm just like, sometimes it's hard for me to like talk and do stuff. Like, you know how people are like, get ready with me and tell a story. I'm gonna like literally shut my mouth because I am so focused on one thing. It's gonna be hard for me to start yapping. You know what I mean? And I even like legitimately just forgot what I was gonna say. But that's the point. It's hard for me to like kind of focus and like, damn, girl. Like, oh, yeah, the whole workout thing. See? Attention, ADHD, she gets ya. But yeah, no, let me work out, girl. But you do you, Hayden. I get ya.
She's beautiful, and she came out just like me. I mean, talk about nature versus nurture. I mean, this little girl literally came out, not just her face like resembling mine, but she is my personality. She just is. I saw her in her school play once. It was more of like a Christmas special thing, and she was more concerned about directing the kid next to her in his steps than she was about what she was doing. It's like leaving this poor kid alone. Like, just do your stuff. And she's like, come on, man, like, turn around. What's wrong with you? Going like this in front of everyone. I was like, that's mine.
She said,
that's my kid.
I'm a director.
She'll be a director.
Yes, maybe she'll be a director. She golfs. She was training for golf. And even in the wintertime, she goes to those indoor ones with the screens. She plays chess. She was born, loving to swim. But horses are her life. I was sitting down with her and her dad, Vladimir, and he was telling me about this new school, and she just sat there like this, and he was telling me how she did not like to go to school, and I was like, why? And Vlad wanted to tell me. He said, why? Let me tell you why. Because some of her friends go to school by a bus, and some of her friends get dropped off by their parents or their nanny, or they take, this to school or that. And Kaya doesn't like to go to her school because she has to go to school by boat. And I, of course, found that hilarious, but I did appreciate so much that.
Honestly, that would be pretty crazy. Like, oh, I gotta go take the boat to school today. Like, that's wild. I live in a desert climate area, so it's farting like sun rays over here, you know what I mean? Let alone barely a river stream. That's so crazy by boat. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Every other kid.
Right.
That made my heart sing. As I get older,
The cutaway shots are silly, I'm not gonna lie.
Get a little trepidation.
I don't know. That was a little. I don't know. She just seems like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, But how could you be after, like, losing somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I totally understand that. She just seems like there's something weird. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's just something off, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to pinpoint it, but there is a bit of, like, you know?
About getting married. I just do love the idea of being with somebody who you get to choose them
Okay.
every single.
The longer and longer this interview goes, the more and more she kind of looks a little dazed. That's a little weird. I don't know if it's, like, really bright in there, or I don't know.
Day. For the right person,
Ooh,
there are
that
certain
is
things
cute.
I would want, though,
Okay,
to a certain place I would want both of us to be in our lives. And otherwise, I can always go do it myself now. I'm in the midst of writing my autobiography, hopefully my first autobiography. And for somebody who's been in the spotlight for as long as I have been, I have always been honest, but I've kept as much as I could of my private life to myself. And with this one, I'm like, you're gonna meet the real me.
Okay, that was a very interesting interview. And I just kind of want to acknowledge that there were some parts where, I don't know, y'all. There's something weird about it. I don't know what's going on. A lot of reps, from what I've seen, have said that she is totally fine. She absolutely okayed this interview. She is sober. There's nothing going on. But there was something off about that. That's more than just being tired. You know what I mean? So So upon that, it just went deeper. So I remember that a couple of years ago, in like 2021 or 2022, there was this crazy ass headline with her on it talking about how she got into this super nasty ass brawl with a bunch of people at a bar.
I saw that. I'm really upset about it.
Take your bitch ass home!
That wasn't right.
Go home! I need everybody else back in the bar for your bitch ass home!
We're trying to leave. We're trying to leave this guy.
Over! Over! Let go! Let go! Over!
Let's fucking go, bro.
What's in motherfuckers? What you got? It's gonna go to jail. Wait a minute, dude. Hold the fucking phone, bro. Get this guy. Yes. You're on the You keep it. What? What are you on? What are you fucking back the fuck up? You're fucking mind. Roll son, get some. You see what I'm saying? Why you on her? Look at his ass. Look at him. What are you? Back the fuck up. Little guy, little man. Little man. Keep running. No. Hey. Dude, get off. I need to search. Let it go. Get up. Fucking go. Come on, leaders, back down me around. Look at this fucking asshole. Get up, get up. Let it go, bro. Let it go. Fuck up. Get up right now. Get up.
Back up! Everybody! Get him off the chair! No!
Fuck you! Fucking go! Fucking go! Go! Everybody fucking go! Watch him! Go! No! Oh, I'm ready for round fucking 2! Let's go, motherfucker! You little bitch! If you swear off of me, the minute you walk away, he's gonna go inside. I still got people I'm waiting for. He's gonna follow us! He is, though! He already did! We got it.
So then it's like that dude, like,
I
Yeah.
know, I'm sorry. I tried. They all tried.
white boy's gonna get arrested. Let's go. Tony's that guy. The cops come and pick the other guy up.
I don't know.
Don't ever fucking talk about him.
No.
Don't ever talk about him.
Don't worry, I won't.
She's what you do.
I'm so sorry.
And I was like, what the hell happened? And the fight was literally like so bad, right? And what is crazy about that whole situation is her boyfriend at the time is the same guy that allegedly, right, abused her, and she has like a restraining order against him. She has a court case. He actually like did some time because of the whole situation that happened, and he was released and stuff. And I think they're rekindling things. She's not very clarifying certain situations, but he did like go with her to her brother's funeral. And what's kind of bothering me is that, so she has an active restraining order against him, but she's telling people in the media, like, you know, you need to do what I did. You need to get up and leave him. You need to be better about it. And it's like, okay, but you're still with the guy. You're still talking and hanging around him. Like, not one time. You should be able, after filing that restraining order, to like cut all contact. I don't know what the heck he or y'all have like kind of come to a conclusion on where you can kind of like put that on the back burner, but that's honestly really crazy. And I honestly think it's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit self-righteous of you to go into like a bunch of media platforms and things and tell people to do it like how you did it, but you're kind of like going back on your whole literal word. But that's neither here nor there. So the same guy that, you know, allegedly all that stuff happened with is the same guy that's in that fight. And this guy just has a very weird past. Not like when it comes to like what he's done, just like when it comes to being a part of like Hayden Panettiere's life. I think he's the one that actually like got her to be in the divorce with her husband because she was like seeing this guy at the time. And I'm just like, girl, what are you thinking? So all that stuff happens, right? And I'm just like, holy crap. You know what I mean? That's like absolutely insane. And I'm just like thinking, okay, like how long has it been going on? And from the articles that I've read and a couple of things that I've seen, I think she's had like a problem and an issue with like certain, you know, addictions and things like that since she was like 15, unfortunately. So it's been something she's struggled with for a really long time. And I just feel like this gentleman, allegedly, in my opinion, this is my opinion, keeps enabling her. Because what the heck was that? Like, that interview, don't get me wrong, like, she doesn't seem like she's a bad person or anything. You can make bad choices and all that other stuff and still be a good person, but there's something off about that interview, and I feel like there might be some enabling going on, or just like maybe yes men attitude towards situations, because whoa, what in the heck, right? And so I'm thinking to myself, why the heck are you in any sort of like social media right now, or any platform, especially after the fight that she had with those people? why are you online almost like kind of like defending his character and everything like that? And then she would kind of get defensive with people about the whole situation. And it's like, oh, well, you can do whatever you want. But it's like at the same time, we got to stand on 10 toes about stuff, because if we're not going to be able to, how the heck are we going to be giving advice to other people? You know what I'm saying, babes? Oh my gosh. I forgot to mention, I don't know how, my little ditzy ass, but what I thought was really crazy and interesting is that she relinquished all of her custody and gave full entire custody to her ex. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm going to put it up here. And he actually lives in Ukraine. And even more wilder, I think he was participating in the Ukrainian war. And I honestly can't imagine how stressful it must have been for that little girl, because, you know, she's already apart from her mother and, you know, the whole situation with her parents. I can't imagine how it felt like being apart from your dad, or like, you know, anything like that. And even as a little girl, you kind of like pick up on, even as a little kid, you kind of pick up on stuff, you know. And I just can't imagine how scary it was for her, and honestly the whole family, because like being in any type of like war-torn like place or country is just like, oh my god, like especially children. Need I say more, guys? So that's absolutely wild. And that's why it kind of makes sense how she was talking about how she gets to school by boat in the interview, in case anybody was wondering about that. And another thing I wanted to bring up, just for kind of a second, because I just wanted to pay respects to her brother, because it really, really is so tragic and terrible. Like, her brother died from a heart abnormality, and oh my gosh, it's just absolutely, my heart goes out to her. I can't imagine how she's feeling. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with, you know, how she's doing now, you know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of it could explain it. She said like part of her died when that happened, so it would make a lot of sense. I have 5 sisters, so I get it, and yeah, my heart goes out to her and the whole family. Honestly, I can't imagine what that feels like. Siblings that are your other half, oh my gosh. So I just wanted to bring up those little points. Sorry if they got a little dark, babies, but I just didn't want to forget them, because they are important. And so with my unsolicited thoughts, really, hello, darling. I hope that Hayden gets the help she needs. If she already has it, awesome, but maybe you need to take another step back for your health or something, because there's definitely something a little off. And I honestly can't believe she was in that much of a like a little feisty brawl. It's like, oh my god, it was so like in the middle of the street too. Like, it was bad. It was so freaking bad. I don't like the ex-boyfriend, maybe boyfriend, douchey guy. I don't like him for her or anybody at all, because if you're gonna like, yeah. Anyways, my cat is being a little dork. I hope y'all have a great day. If y'all are struggling with anything, just know you are loved, and like, please keep going, and you're gonna persevere so hard that it's gonna be like, honestly, like almost like disgusting. I'll leave some resources and links down below if y'all want to check them out. And yeah, I love you so much. You guys, my kitty. I love you so much, and I hope you have a great day. And if it's not, it's gonna get better. That's for sure. Y'all are just too fine for it to be like, you know what I mean? Bye, babies.
Bitches that wanna learn. You ready?